So what are the 5 questions that we should ask camp directors when assessing a good fit for our child?
Number 1, do you have experience working with kids with disabilities? Just tell them this. I would love to speak to the camp director to see if the camp would be a good fit for my child, and be prepared with specific accommodations that your child might need in order to be successful, and ask how the camp can support them. And you'll know by how they answer if it feels right. Number 2, can a one-to-one aide accompany my child to provide extra support? Now, some camps put extra restrictions on the number of people allowed due to COVID. So aides take up one of those spaces. So it's important to ask how that factors in. If your child really needs that support, important to get that taken care of ahead of time.
Absolutely. And Adriana, I wanted to interject really fast because we did have several questions ahead of time about, can parents be aides at the camp? And you and I sort of talked about that. And I think it would be the same question, right? That yes, you would have for any camp. Can we have an aide? Can I be that aide, to ask if you do want to be that support for your child? That's what you're hearing as well, right? It would be the same thing, the same kind of questions you would have for any
Yes,
camp.
I agree. Number 3, how do you encourage socialization with kids who might communicate, behave, or interact in unique ways? You're going to understand how they answer you. Big difference, right? So you're asking them, how might that look? Be that pushy parent. Ultimately, does this camp enthusiastically support inclusive play, accessibility, camp buddies, peer modeling, and celebrating each child for who they are? Be honest about what your child needs, but also what motivates them. Are they responding to your child's strengths or focusing on what they shouldn't do? Yeah. I think that's it. You'll get the hint right away if they're really focusing on weakness as opposed to strengths, and how they're going to uplift them this summer.
Absolutely. And ask for specifics about, great, what would you do in this situation? And to see, if it's like, I really don't know, what's the answer?
I don't know.
Like, hey, like, we would love to talk to you. We'd love to come up with those solutions. Like, how does it feel? And ask for specifics.
Number 4, we also encourage families to ask important logistical questions around any enrollment requirements, like, do they require a child to be toilet trained, and specific safety concerns. So, for instance, do they have a fenced perimeter if your child tends to elope? And again, good communication before and during camp can help avoid surprises while you're educating the staff on the best motivations for your child. And then number 5, we're not out of the pandemic woods yet. Whether your child can't tolerate wearing a mask or your child is immunocompromised and requires a masked environment, you should ask about masking and COVID requirements that fit your family's needs.
Absolutely. And did you say at the beginning, Adriana, that some camps don't really know yet, and that would be updated? Something about
yes.
So we can ask now.
So that's going to be tricky, right?
Right.
But I would think that camps that are already working with more medically fragile children are going to be much more aware and able to accommodate if children, if the environment needs to be masked, and vaccinated.
And some camps maybe that are not specifically for that. That's when you really just need to have the conversation about you
need to have those, that conversation. That's right.